Good evening once again, and welcome back to Merriam Knight High School for the second game of our girls and boys high school basketball doubleheader featuring the Lake Quinault Elks and the Merriam Knight Owls. It's the boys' turn to take the court. The Owls are 6-5 on the season after crushing North River last night, 59-36. The Merriam Knight bench had lots of time on the court, so the starters for the boys from Matlock should be well rested. The Elks also played and won last night, beating Oakville 56-37. The Lake Quinault Santos Venegas had a big night with 17 points, while Dalton Lines added 11, as the Elks improved to 3-7 on the season. We're just moments away from seeing these two teams battle for the first time this year, and we are in for a good one. It's the second game of our girls and boys high school basketball doubleheader with the Lake Quinault Elks at the Merriam Knight Owls, next on MasonWebTV.com.
Thank you for checking out MasonWebTV.com. MasonWebTV.com provides local information written by local people, giving you another source for news, sports, and weather in Mason County. MasonWebTV.com is committed and dedicated to Mason County, giving you just what you need to stay informed. We've made it as easy as possible to stay up to date with RSS feeds, and you can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. This is MasonWebTV.com. Check us out daily.
Hey business owners, it's not too late to get your business featured on MasonWebTV.com. You can advertise in a webcast just on the website or both. If you choose a webcast, it's $30 per game, and that gets you free 30-second commercials. If you're looking for a more consistent way to advertise, then a banner ad on MasonWebTV.com is just what you need. For $75 a month, you will get a static place on the front page and a rotating banner on every other page. We also have special deals. If you want both, contact MasonWebTV.com for details.
Remember adventure? We do. The adventure begins at explorehoodcanal.com.
Welcome back to Merriam Knight High School. Boys basketball just a few moments away. Had a brief opportunity to talk with Tim Diggle, coach of the Owls.
Last night you played, I could say played North River, but it wasn't much of a competition for you?
That's correct. They're pretty young. Actually got one girl on the team. She plays very well. My starters were in for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'd pull them and run my subs, and we just rotated that way. And my subs got a lot of playing time, so it's good for the JV guys, but it's tough. It's tough competition there.
Well, tell how important is that for your JV guys to get some time on the varsity court?
I think it's very important for the future years coming. They get a little bit of feeling for the court. It's a little pressure when they're young like that, and if you give them as much time as possible, they'll be stepping up, ready to play when it's their turn.
Now let's talk about your varsity in tonight's game. What do you expect out of Lake Quinault?
I expect a very quick-paced game, good defense on both sides. I think the winner's going to be who can make the easy lay-in.
Good enough. We'll leave it at that. Thanks,
All right.
Coach.
All right, thanks.
Tim Diggle, man, a few words. Head man of the Merriam Knight boys basketball team. Tip-off between the Owls and the Elks is next on MasonWebTV.com.
Attention singers, musicians, and all types of bands. Would you like to get some exposure? Not that type of exposure.
Get out.
Wrong again. How would you like to have your music featured on Mason Web TV? We play music before our webcasts and also at halftime of our sporting events. All you have to do is send an MP3 of your original music to music@MasonWebTV.com and we'll add it to our programming. The Bieber did it via the internet. Why can't you? That's music@MasonWebTV.com.
Seconds count. In just 30 seconds, a small fire inside your home can double in size, or an oxygen-starving seizure can kill 1 million brain cells. Seconds count. So when you call 911, take a deep breath and answer every question, starting with the very first one.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
911 needs your exact location. 911 needs to know where to go.
Packers,
Vikings, Red State, Blue State.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
But when we live united, we create real lasting change in the education, income, and health of our country.
United.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Sign up at liveunited.org.
And welcome back to Merriam Knight High School. Boys turn on the court just moments away. Starting lineup's about to be announced. We'll give them to you right now. For the Lake Quinault Elks, Christian Garcia, Dalton Lyons, Kobe Kalama, Santos Venegas, and Chris Ederman. So that's Garcia, Lyons, Kalama, Venegas, and Erdman. Excuse me, that's Chris Erdman. For the Owls, they're going to start out with Corey O'Neill. He's 5'11". Kyle Willie, also 5'11". Juan Jimenez, 5'9". Nick Deerkop, 6'1", and Blake Edzero, 6'2". So that's O'Neill, Willie, Jimenez, Deerkop, and Edzero. Starting out for the Owls, Garcia, Lyons, Kalama, Venegas, and Erdman. Starting out for the Elks, we'll get the tip-off here shortly on MasonWebTV.com.
Remember adventure? We do. The fun begins at explorehoodcanal.com.
MasonWebTV.com is the place you will find live video coverage of high school basketball featuring Merriam Knight, North Mason, and Shelton. Log on and enjoy as Diedrich Allen brings you a game a week.
Willie, baseline jumper over Farrell, rattled it in.
Our next webcast is Wednesday when the North Mason boys host Bremerton, one of the top teams in the Olympic League. Tip-off is 7 p.m. That's a high school basketball game of the week, every week on MasonWebTV.com.
All right, we're about ready to tip this thing off. The Owls and the Elks, Deerkop and Erdman meet in center court. Owls are in the white. Elks are in the blue, and the tip is won by the Elks. Garcia feeds Venegas. Shot off, and rebound pulled down by Edzero, and here comes the Owls and Juan Jimenez. It's Kyle Willie with the ball. Dribbles up top, set the offense. Over to Jimenez on the right side, down to Edzero, in and out on the shot, got his own rebound, put it up and in. Blake Edzero with the first bucket. The Owls are going to go full court press, inbounds. Goes to Kalama. Kalama up the far side for the Elks. Looking the card over, throws it across to Lyons. Lyons looking low, throws it to Garcia. Garcia right to the hoop, double clutches, missed the rebound. But a foul on Deerkop. That's the first whistle of the ball game. Goes on the Owls. And at the line for 2 free throws. I don't know how Garcia is the guy who's going to go to the line, but that's the one they're sending there for 2 free throws. 7:08 to go in the ball game. 2-0 Merriam Knight on top. And Garcia missed the first free throw. Who get another one? Waiting for the second free throw by Christian Garcia. That goes in. Give him 1 or 2, and it's 2-1. Merriam Knight on top. The Owls have the ball. Here comes Corey O'Neill, top of the key. Throws over to Kyle Willie. Working on the right, down to Ed Zero. Right to the bucket, lay it off the glass and in. That's just power, folks. Inbound, stolen away by O'Neill. Finds Willie. Willie to the hoop, missed the shot. Rebound, Skine in there as Deercop. Ed Zero had it and lost it. And finally the Elks pull it down. Erdman comes up with it, and here comes Kobe Kalama for the Elks. One hands it over, and that's Lines. Pull-up jumper on the baseline. No. O'Neill with the rebound. He's going to run. Pushing it up. No look pass out to Jimenez. Jimenez drives baseline, stops, pops, had it blocked. Back in to the hands of Deercop. There's a whistle. The first whistle on the Elks. Win on 22. That's Santos Venegas at the line for 2 free throws. Juan Jimenez for the Owls. 6:25 to go here in the first quarter. 4-1, make it 5-1. As Jimenez hit the first free throw, he'll get another one. It's 5-1 Merriam Knight. Can Jimenez make it 6? Nope. Short on the second one in a lane violation on the Owls, and so it'll be Elk ball. Dalton Lines will inbounds it from the baseline. Got Garcia right there, so throw it into Garcia. Lob it up to Venegas. Overthrows the guy. It goes right to Erdman. He puts it up and in. It's a 2-point lead for Merriam Knight. Here comes Jimenez. One hands it down to the baseline. Deercop up fakes, drives baseline. Scoop shot, no, but no shot and a whistle on the drive. So second team foul on the Elks. Went on Venegas. That's his second. Baseline inbounds for the Owls to the left of the backboard. Willie will trigger the play. Looks it in. Throws it to O'Neill. Knocked out of bounds by Garcia for Lake Quinault. So we're going to do it from the sideline this time. Willie will trigger the play. Throws it in to at 0 over to Jimenez. Jab steps, launches a long 2, missed the shot, and the ball is slapped out of bounds by the Owls. It's Elk ball. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Inbounds goes to Garcia. Up it goes to Kalama. Over to Venegas. Running and laying it in. Santos. It's a tie ball game at 5. Corey O'Neill with the ball for Merriam Knight. Throws it to Willie. Willie drives the baseline, stops, finds Jimenez. Jimenez on his tippy toes to the foul line to Deercop, down to Ed Zero. Turnaround jumper up and in. Ed Zero with 6 points tonight. 7-5 is the score. Here come the Elks breaking the press. Santos gets to the lines. Lines to Garcia. Now to Kalama, but it's stolen away by O'Neill. O'Neill's going to go to the hoop. Lay it up short. Rebound goes to Kalama in backcourt. Dribbles past the press. Throws it over to Lines. Lines for 3. No. Rebound Jimenez. And here comes Juan. One hands it up to O'Neill. Going right to the hoop. Lays off the glass and in. Sorry, that was Willie. Kyle Willie with the bucket there. 9-5. 4-point lead for Merriam Knight. Elks have the ball. Lines with it midcourt. Had the ball stripped away, and it goes right to the Elks. Erdman missed the layup. The rebound goes to O'Neill up to Jimenez. Jimenez speeds up the other way, knocked out of his hands. But they say it goes out of bounds. Deercop can't gather it in. Austin Peters steps onto the court for Lake Quinault. Austin Thompson steps on for Merriam Knight. Deercop will sit down for the Owls. So it's Elk ball, trailing by 4, 9-5, 4:30 to go here in the first. Garcia with it, speeds across midcourt. Having trouble to keep control, bounces it down, and off the glass and popping out on the shot was Venegas. Rebound pulled down by Jimenez. And here he comes the other way for Merriam Knight. Left alone for the 3, but he'll lob it over to Thompson. Almost deflected. Thompson comes up with it, goes to the baseline to the hoop. Scoop shot high off the glass and in for Austin Thompson. And the lead is 6, and a steal by Willie. Down to O'Neill. Got whacked in the head. No whistle. Puts it up. Misses shot. And rebound is pulled down by Kalama. And he'll throw it length of the court. And playing defense on that was Juan Jimenez knocking the ball away. 11-5 is their score. 3:54 to go here in the first quarter. It's been run and gun so far. Stepping onto the court for Lake Quinault, Richie Carlisle. I didn't see who sat down. Baseline inbounds for the Elks. Lines will trigger the play from the left of the backboard. Inbounds, it goes to Kalama. Kalama dribbles out of the corner. Leaves it for Carlisle. Carlisle trying to get by the defense, and a steal of the ball by Austin Thompson. Is 2-on-1 to Jimenez. Jimenez stops, lets the pack catch up with him. And 3 seconds in the key is called on Merriam Knight. It'll be full court. It'll be Elk ball with a full court press inbounds, and a near steal on the inbounds by Thompson. And Carlisle's asking for a foul. Inbounds goes to Carlisle. Carlisle throws it to Lines. Lines crossing midcourt on the run, pushes off, loses the ball. At 0 comes up with the ball, and now there's a fight for it as Thompson comes up with it for Merriam Knight. Across midcourt, throw it to the center of the court, and Jimenez setting the offense. Directing some traffic, trying to get Willie to go through. Finds Willie on the box. Lay it up, missed it, shot, got his own rebound. Goes right to the back and fade away off the glass and in for Kyle Willie. 4 points for him, and it's an 8-point lead for Merriam Knight. Kalama with it in backcourt for the Elks. Lob it over to Carlisle. Stolen by Ed Zero, saved in bounds, but it bounces right to Kalama. Kalama down low, overthrew the guy, saved it in bounds. Kalama comes up with the top of the key for 3. No. Rebound goes to O'Neill, and here he comes the other way. On the run, attacks the basket, lays his shoulder into the defender, knocks him down. Kyle Willie with the first personal. And the third turnover on the Owls. Owls want to run just about every time. And the timeout is called by Lake Quinault. 2:36 to go here in the first quarter. 13-5 is their score. And we'll be back.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money.
2:36 to go in the first quarter. 13 for Merriam Knight, 5 for Lake Quinault. The Elks called the timeout. Owls want to run almost every opportunity they get. The Elks want to do the same, but I don't know if they can keep up with the athleticism of the Owls. We'll see. It'll be Elk ball. Lines will inbounds it. Deerkop checked in the timeout for Merriam Knight. Lines will inbounds it to Kalama. Kobe stays in backcourt, throws it to Lines. Lines fakes pass up court and then throws it up court. And it goes down. Cross court it goes to Carlisle. Carlisle to the paint, puts it up a little too hard. Rebound goes to Jimenez. I swear, that guy's everywhere. Here comes Juan the other way. For the Owls, bounces the baseline. Deerkop jumper, off, rebound. Thompson in traffic, dribbles around. Finds Jimenez. Jimenez, 3, no. Rebound goes to Peters. And now here's Kalama the other way for Lake Quinault. Behind the back dribble, crossing midcourt. Throws it over to Lyons. Lyons tries to drive baseline. Finds Peters, who walked all over the place. Travel, we call the referee on the baseline. Thanked one of the guys in the crowd for that call. And that'll be the second turnover on the Elks. 1:49 to go here in the first quarter. 13-5 is our score. Merriam Knight on top. The Owls have the ball. Willie with it to Jimenez between the circles. Down to at 0 on the box on the left side. Dribbles in. Turnaround. Fade away. Doesn't fall, but a whistle on the Elks. Third team foul on Lake Quinault. Went on Peters. That's his first. Austin Peters picked up his first at the line for 2 free throws. Blake at 0 with 6 points tonight. His first trip to the line. Minute 36 to go in the first quarter. 13-5, Merriam Knight on top. Owls at 0. Missed the first free throw. Get another one. Substitution into the ball game for Lake Quinault. Louis Mondragon. As at 0, have another free throw for the Owls. No. Rebound. Deerkop. Deerkop got away with the travel. Puts it up and in. First bucket for Nick tonight. And it's a 10-point lead for Merriam Knight. Inbounds. Goes to Venegas. Trapped in backcourt. Finds Kalama. Kalama tripped up and fouled by Juan Jimenez. First personal on Juan, third on the Owls. Elks have the ball. Nice defense by Deerkop. Just couldn't keep it in bounds. It'll be sideline inbounds. Substitution as Christian Garcia returns for Lake Quinault, replacing Kobe Kalama. It's one of those names I like to say, Kobe Kalama. Garcia gets the ball from the lines, gives it right back. Back to Lines, fakes a 3, steps by the defense, throws it back to Garcia. Garcia one dribble over to Lines. Lines fakes the 3 again, puts it on the floor, drives to the paint, to the foul line, threw the ball right to Deerkop, stepping in the passing lane. Here comes Nick on the run on the opposite side. Lost it out of bounds and a steal away by Lines. Goes over to Carlisle. Carlisle on the run the other way for the Elks, turns around. Bobs it down low, stolen away by the Owls. Jimenez to Willie. It's deflected. Ball is tracked down by Garcia. Loses it out of bounds. It'll be Owl ball in the corner. Boy, we have some turnovers and turnovers. It'll be Owl ball in their front court with 39 seconds to go. Can't see Jimenez, who inbounds it to Thompson. Thompson dribbles up top to set the play. Throw it over to Willie. Willie. 2 at 0, side of the paint to Deerkop. Open 5-footer. Missed it. Got his own rebound. Nope, there's a fight for it, and it's going to be a foul on Deerkop over the top. Second personal on Nick. Fourth team foul on the Owls. Corey O'Neill up off the Owl bench. He's going to step in. Think Deerkop will go sit down. Yes, he does. It's Elk ball with 25.1 seconds to go in the first quarter. 10-point lead for Merriam Knight. Lake Quinault has the ball. Garcia throws it to Madrona. And now Lines. Lines to the three-point arc. Trapped in the side. Bounces it down to Madragon. Nice pass to Venegas, who put it up and in. 9 seconds to work as Thompson crosses midcourt nonchalant. Turns on the jack. Leaves it for Willie. Willie for 3. No. O'Neill with a rebound and the putback at the buzzer. Corey O'Neill put it in just before the buzzer sounded. And it's a 10-point lead for Merriam Knight. 17-7 after 1 here in the boys' game between Lake Quinault and Merriam Knight. Owls up 10 after the first 8 minutes. Second quarter coming your way in just a moment.
MasonWebTV.com is the place you will find live video coverage of high school basketball featuring Merriam Knight, North Mason, and Shelton. Log on and enjoy as Diedrich Allen brings you a game a week.
Willie, baseline jumper over Farrell, rattled it in.
Our next webcast is Wednesday when the North Mason boys host Bremerton, one of the top teams in the Olympic League. Tip-off is 7 p.m. That's a high school basketball game of the week, every week on MasonWebTV.com.
$7,000 students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. Keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
Waiting for the start of the second quarter. 17 for Merriam Knight, 7 for Lake Quinault. The Elks will start out the second quarter with the ball. Lions will inbounds it in front of us, which below out of shot. Throw it into Garcia. And we're underway in the second quarter. Garcia throws it over to Carlisle. High post feed to Madragan. Over the top was one of the Owls. I believe it was on Thompson. No, it was on Ed Zero. His first. Fifth team foul on the Owls. Baseline inbounds for the Elks. Lines will inbounds it. Carlisle for three, missed it, got his own rebound, saved it into Lines on the baseline, stolen away by Corey O'Neill. He'll throw it to Jimenez, and here come the Owls on the run. Down it goes to Ed Zero, up on his back. They're going to wave off the shot. There was a foul before the shot on Lake Quinault. And I think they went on 24. Yes, 24. That would be Chris Erdman. That's his first. So it's baseline inbounds for the Owls. Left of the backboard. Jimenez will trigger the play. Looks it in for Ed Zero, but he'll throw it up top to O'Neill. O'Neill will lob it over to Willie. Willie looking low for Ed Zero. Finds Thompson. Thompson, three at the elbow. That's short. Rebound. Pulled down by the Elks. And here comes Garcia the other way. Throws it to the corner. Carlisle. Carlisle goes right to the hoop. Puts it up. Missed it. Rebound. Madragan missed it. And now the Owls have control. Here comes Kyle Willie. Willie between the circles. Bounce it over to Thompson. Austin Thompson back to Willie. Bounce it over to O'Neill. One dribble, no look to Jimenez in the corner. Drives right in, big jump stop, puts it up short. Ball pops out. Rebound goes to Carlisle the other way. For Lake Quinault, goes right to the hoop, puts it up. Nope. Rebound. Fight for it. Jimenez comes out of the pack with it, but it goes right to Carlisle. Yeah, that's right. His layup missed it. Rebound goes to Erdman. Outlet goes into the hands, actually, of Jimenez stepping in the passing lane. Here comes Juan the other way for Merriam Knight. Over to Willie. Willie dribbles in the middle, puts it up and in. 6 points for Kyle. 12-point lead for Merriam Knight. 6:30 to go in the half. Garcia throws over to Lines. Back to Garcia. Still shy of the midcourt stripe. Fight for it, and it goes to Madragan. Out it goes, and that was Erdman. Madragan with the putback, no. And here comes Austin Thompson. Coming the other way for Merriam Knight. Down to the baseline. Jimenez. Jumper, no. Rebound over the top is going to be Blake at Zero. His second personal, sixth team foul. Nick Deerkop up off the Owl bench. They won't let the substitution happen. Now they will. So Blake at Zero will sit down with his two personals. Nick also, Deerkop has his two personals as well. 6:05 to go in the half, 19-7. Merriam Knight on top. Lake Quinault with the ball. That's Christian Garcia. Throws it up to Erdman. His pass in the middle is picked up and stolen by Thompson. Austin Thompson, long pass up to Deerkop off of his hands, out of bounds. Almost into the restroom area there. It'll be Elk ball. As let's see here. Venegas returns and Kalama returns for Lake Quinault. Kalama will inbounds it from the baseline. Backcourt. Looks the court over, throws it in. And a steal on the exchange of passes by Thompson. His jumper falls off. Willie with a rebound, goes right back up, missed it. And ball's free. Jimenez mugged and fouled, and finally a whistle. Wow. Letting a lot go here. And Kobe Kalama is called with the first personal. It's the fifth team foul on the Elks. Owl ball, baseline inbounds to Jimenez. Throws it up the top. And a fight for it, losing it out of bounds, was Richie Carlisle with the Owl ball at midcourt. Sideline inbounds. Jimenez will trigger the play. Throws it into the corner to Willie. Willie drives baseline, stops. Lob it back to Thompson. Thompson back to Willie. Willie on the three-point arc. No. Rebound at Zero, comes up with it, goes right back up and in. Actually, that was Deerkop, pardon me. Nick Deerkop. His second bucket of the night. 21-7. And Garcia comes out of the pack, but loses the ball to Jimenez. Jimenez stops the foul line, finds O'Neill. We got a guy down. Referees, we got to stop the ball game. We got a guy down at midcourt for Lake Quinault. He is in pain, and that's Christian Garcia trying to get up at midcourt. Needs to get some help from his teammates. And we have a timeout on the court with 5:08 to go here in the half. 21-7 is the score. We'll take a little step aside. We'll be back with more from Merriam Knight in a minute here on MasonWebTV.com.
Thank you for checking out MasonWebTV.com. MasonWebTV.com provides local information written by local people, giving you another source for news, sports, and weather in Mason County. MasonWebTV.com is committed and dedicated to Mason County, giving you just what you need to stay informed. We've made it as easy as possible to stay up to date with RSS feeds, and you can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. This is MasonWebTV.com. Check us out daily.
All right, it's Owl ball after the quick timeout from the injury. Inbounds is stolen away by Carlisle. He'll go coast to coast, lay it up and in, and a long pass down to O'Neill. Missed the layup, a rebound, tap to, that's not Neal, that's Willie. He'll put it up and in. Oh, and we're going back the other way quickly, and a whistle. The other way, and you want to know something, that bucket by Carlisle was the first in the second quarter for Lake Quinault, and I'm not sure what was going on the floor here. We have the second personal foul by Juan Jimenez for Merriam Knight, and it's 1-1 for Richie Carlisle. .450 to go here in the half. 23-9 is the score. Merriam Knight on top. Lake Quinault. Richie Carlisle hits the first free throw. He'll get another one now. Second free throw off the back of the iron. Rebound over the top was one of the Quinault guys, but it's taken by the Owls back, and now we're trading turnovers as the Elks. Kalama lost it and rose into the front court, and it'll be Owl ball in their front court. It's a little out of control on both sides here, both directions, but the Owls have the control now. Sideline inbounds. Juan Jimenez will trigger the play. Inbounds goes to Deerkop, back to Jimenez. Side of the paint, short on the shot. Rebound tapped up and controlled by Jimenez. Stops, throws it over to Corey O'Neill, and stepping in the passing lane was Lines. Trying to run the other way, runs into Jimenez, I believe, and that'll be the third on Juan. We're still waiting here for them to post it. I believe it was on Jimenez. Eighth team foul. And a full timeout is called by Coach Diggle. 4:23 to go here in the second quarter. 23-10 is our score. Merriam Knight on top here on MasonWebTV.com.
That's the keeper.
Yep.
Remember adventure? We do. Your family fun begins at explorehoodcanal.com.
So we come out of the timeout with 4:23 to go in the half. 23 for Merriam Knight, 10 for Lake Quinault, and at the line for a 1-1. is the Elks' Dalton Lines. His first trip to the line tonight. The Elks have scored, make that 4 points in the quarter here. The second quarter, that is. As the Lines hit the first free throw, he'll get another one. Giving the Elks 11, make it 12. Comes Austin Thompson from Merriam Knight the other way. Stops, throws it over to Corey O'Neill. Back to Thompson. Over goes to O'Neill, drives baseline, hook pass to Deerkop. Snuck that one in. 6 points for Nick tonight. 25-12 is their score now. Under 4 minutes to go here in the half. There's Lines with it, working the sideline. Side of the paint it goes. And that was Venegas driving the side of the paint, trying to sneak one in there, drew the foul on the Owls. And Deerkop picked up his third. At the line for 2 free throws, Santos Venegas. Short on the first one. Matthew Oin checks into the ball game for the first time tonight, replacing Nick Deerkop. Oin is 5'9". As Venegas' second free throw, that one goes in. Give him 5 points tonight. And it is 25-13. Austin Thompson with the ball for Merriam Knight, coming the other way. Throws it over to Michael Snyder, who's also in the ball game. Down it goes to O'Neill. Out to Willie. Over to Thompson. Thompson for 3. No. Rebound. Pulled down by Kalama. Kalama, nice ball handling there. Throws over to Lines. Lines for 3. No. Rebound. Goes to Oin. And now to O'Neill. O'Neill coming the other way, and a whistle is going to go on Richie Carlisle. It's his first 6th team foul on the Elks. Sideline inbounds below us. Austin Thompson will trigger the play. Can't see him. He's got O'Neill right in front of him. He'll just throw it into O'Neill. And the Owls have another offensive set, if you can say. Into the corner to Willie. Willie will take open 3. And skying in there is Snyder. Saves it in bounds, and it goes to Corey O'Neill, and reaching in is Carlisle on the far side there. I think there's a little bit of frustration for Richie Carlisle. Balls are not bouncing his way at all. And stepping back onto the court, Christian Garcia. Good to see him back out there after taking a hard hit and fall. A little limpy there, but I think he'll be all right. And at the free throw line for Merriam Knight, Corey O'Neill with the first of a 1-and-1. 3 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the half. Missed the first one. Getting the rebound was Erdman. And speeding up the sidelines was Garcia. Garcia trying to get to the hoop. Ball's deflected. Tracking it down was Kalama. Kalama's shot off. Erdman with the rebound. And there's a whistle as Erdman took a shot to the face. At least that's what he's saying he's got. There's a whistle on Merriam Knight. Personal foul went on Corey O'Neill. It's his first 10th team foul on the Owls at the line for the first of 2 free throws. Chris Erdman. Missed the first one, he'll get another one. 2:49 to go in the half. 25-13 is the score. Missed the second one. O'Neill gets the rebound for Merriam Knight. Here he comes up the far sidelines now. Throws it over to Willie. Willie will knock it into Venegas, drawing the foul. That'll be Santos' third. At the line for 1-and-1, Kyle Willie. 2:40 to go here in the half. 25-13. Still our score. Merriam Knight on top. Corey O'Neill for the Owls, trying to extend the lead with the first of a 1-1. Got the first one. They'll get another one. Lewis Madragon back into the ball game for Lake Quinault, replacing Santos Venegas. Merriam Knight's Kyle Willie at the line for a second free throw. Making it, no, missed the second one. And there's a whistle on the Owls going the other way, so we're going to shoot 2 on the opposite end of the court. Corey O'Neill got a call with a foul. It's his second. For counting, it would be the 11th team foul on the Owls. At the line for the 2 free throws is Lewis Madragon. 26-13 is their score. 13-point lead for Merriam Knight. As Madragon hit the first free throw, get another one. Gets the lead to 12. One more for Lewis. Missed the second one. Rebound goes to O'Neill. And he speeds up the far sidelines again. Top of the key. Stops and pops for 3. In and out. Rebound goes to Madragon. Hand it off to Kalama. And here come the Elks. Over to Garcia for 3. Nope. Short. Rebound Madragon. In traffic, finds Garcia, goes right to the hoop. Pad is rejected. And O'Neill comes up with the ball for Merriam Knight. Corey O'Neill reaching in, trying to, on O'Neill was Garcia. That is his first. 9th team foul on the Elks. So Corey O'Neill's at the line for the first of a 1-1. He missed the front end of the last time he was here. 2:09 to go here in the half. Got the first one this time, though. Give him 3 points. It's 27-14. Merriam Knight on top. Second free throw drops in as well. Give him 4 points tonight. Lions have the ball, and now here comes Kalama. Kobe Kalama for Lake Quinault. Trying to get by Thompson. Kick it out to Garcia. Fakes the 3. Draws a double team. Finds Madragon. Down it goes to Erdman. Blocked from behind by Willie out of bounds. It will be Lake Quinault ball. Sub in as Richie Carlisle steps back onto the court. Christian Garcia will sit down for Lake Quinault. Baseline inbounds for the Elks. Dalton Lyons will trigger the play to the right of the backboard. Kicks it over, got to get it in. Finds Madragon. He'll put it up, and it drops in. That is 3 points for him. 12-point lead for Merriam Knight, 28-16. 1:40 to go here in the half. O'Neill with it. Lob it to Oin. Oin puts it up. Drops off. Rebound goes to Madragon, and here come the Elks. A minute and a half to go. Quickly up it goes to Carlisle. Carlisle drives into the paint. Lost the ball. And there's a whistle as fighting for it is Garcia and Thompson. And we're going to walk to the right end of the court here. And Austin Thompson will be shooting 2 free throws. Personal foul win on Carlisle. It's his third. Austin Thompson at the line for 2 free throws. He has 2 points tonight. Hasn't been to the line just yet. Till right now. Hit the first one. He'll get another one. Both teams are over the limit of 10 team fouls. So they'll be shooting for the rest of the way on every whistle. Second free throw by Austin Thompson, rattled out. Rebound is pulled down by Madragon. He finds the Lines. And here come the Elks. Over it goes to Kalama. Down to Erdman, goes to the hoop, misses the shot. Rebound is controlled by Corey O'Neill. 1:10 to go here in the half. He'll be stopping ball. O'Neill goes right to the hoop, misses the shot. Rebound went to Thompson. Thompson's putback is rejected, but he gets it back now to O'Neal. O'Neal for three, no. Saving it was Snyder, but it goes right to Kalama. Up to Carlisle. Carlisle missed the layup. Following was Erdman. He missed it. And here comes Kyle Willie the other way for Merriam Knight. Dancing his way. He'll just slap it over to O'Neal. Get the ball back. Drive baseline to the box. Stops at the box. Puts it up short. Rebound. There's a fight for it at the foul line. Ball's still free, but it comes up into Kalama's hands. He's going to attack the other way. He'll throw it to the foul line to Bedragan and out of Lines. Lines looks the court over, throws a lob pass cross court to Kalama. One hands it down to a wide open guy under the bucket. That was Lewis Bedragan. 5 points for him now. And it's an 11-point lead for Merriam Knight, 29-18 with 10 seconds to go in the half. O'Neal between the circles, draws a double team, now has 7. Throws over to Willie. Willie has 4. Had it poked out by Carlisle. Goes to the hole, puts it up and in. Count it. Nope, they're going to wave it off. They say he didn't get it off in time. And that's the half, folks. Merriam Knight on top at half, 29-18. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. And we'll give you some halftime statistics as the Merriam Knight heads to the locker room with an 11-point lead, 29-18, here on MasonWebTV.com.
Attention singers, musicians, and all types of bands. Would you like to get some exposure? Not that type of exposure.
Get out.
Wrong again. How would you like to have your music featured on Mason Web TV? We play music before our webcasts and also at halftime of our sporting events. All you have to do is send an MP3 of your original music to music@MasonWebTV.com and we'll add it to our programming. The Bieber did it via the internet. Why can't you? That's music@MasonWebTV.com.
That's the keeper.
Yep.
Remember adventure? We do. Your family fun begins at explorehoodcanal.com.
Hey business owners, it's not too late to get your business featured on MasonWebTV.com. You can advertise in a webcast, just on the website, or both. If you choose a webcast, it's $30 per game, and that gets you free 30-second commercials. If you're looking for a more consistent way to advertise, then a banner ad on MasonWebTV.com is just what you need. For $75 a month, you will get a static place on the front page and a rotating banner on every other page. We also have special deals. If you want both, contact MasonWebTV.com for details.
And welcome back. It's halftime here at Merriam Knight. The Merriam Knight Owls lead the Lake Quinault Elks 29-18. Wow, that's some interesting music. We've got the mini cheerleaders coming onto the court here to perform for the crowd. The Owls are being led in scoring by Kyle Willie. He has 9 points, 6 apiece for Nick Deerkop and Blake at 0. 4 for Corey O'Neal, 3 for Austin Thompson, and a point for Juan Jimenez. For the Elks, they are being led by the 5 points from Lewis Bedragan and Santos Venegas. 3 for Richie Carlisle. 2 apiece for Dalton Lines and Chris Erdman, and a point for Christian Garcia. It's been a run and gun kind of a game here, and it's at halftime as the Merriam Knight Owls lead to 29-16. As the mini cheerleaders are performing before the crowd here, we'll just listen into this, and we'll be back with third quarter action in about 6.5 minutes here on MasonWebTV.com.
2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on. Join me, honey. We have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till the broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3, and 4, if the band slows down, we'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till the broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. Here we go. When the chimes ring 5, 6, and 7, we'll be right in 7. Yeah, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock until the broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. When it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, I'm going strong and so will you. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till the broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. One more time. When the clock strikes 12, we'll cool out and start rocking around the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till the broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Just take those old records off the shelf. I'd sit and listen to them by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Don't try to take me to a disco. You'll never even get me out on the floor. In 10 minutes I'll be late for the door. I like that old time rock and roll. Give me some old time rock and roll. That kind of music just suits.
MasonWebTV.com is the place you will find live video coverage of high school basketball featuring Mary M. Knight, North Mason, and Shelton. Log on and enjoy as Diedrich Allen brings you a game a week.
Willie, baseline jumper over Farrell, rattled it in.
Our next webcast is Wednesday when the North Mason boys host Bremerton, one of the top teams in the Olympic League. Tip-off is 7 p.m. That's a high school basketball game of the week, every week on MasonWebTV.com.
Now waiting for the start of the third quarter. 29 for Merriam Knight, 18 for Lake Quinault. The Owls will start out with the ball with Willie Jimenez, O'Neill at 0, and Deerkop. Willie's below us, out of shot. He'll inbounds the play. Jimenez waiting patiently for things to get started. And we're underway. Jimenez has the ball. Slowly dribbled in between the circles. Set the offense. The Elks are in a 2-3 zone. Willie has it between the circles again. Now throws it over to O'Neill. O'Neill lob it down to at 0. It's deflected and poked out of there. And here comes Carlisle the other way. Stops and he'll pop for 3 and miss. Rebound. Erdman had it. Lost it out of bounds. It'll be Elk ball under the backboard. It'll be to the right of the backboard. Lyons will inbounds it. Looks in the middle, and they'll throw it up to Carlisle. Carlisle goes into Venegas, kicking out to Lyons. Up fakes once on the 3. Steps inside, missed the shot, got his own rebound. Steps to the hoop again, missed it again. And there's a foul on Blake at 0 somehow. And it's the first whistle on the Owls in the quarter. And the third personal on Blake. at the line for 2 free throws is going to be Dalton Lyons. He's 2 points tonight, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Got the third one. So it's now a 10-point lead for Merriam Knight, 29-19. 7:25 to go here in the third quarter. Next free throw for Dalton. That one goes in, nothing but net. Give him 4 points. It's a 9-point lead for Merriam Knight. Full court press. And it's not handled well by the Owls as the Elks come up with a turnover in the ball. There is Venegas in the paint, puts it up off the glass and in. 7 points for Santos. Oh, we go the other way, and I'm sorry, Kyle Willie quickly the other way puts it up and in. And it's a 9-point lead again for Merriam Knight. Here comes Carlisle. Throwing the ball to Venegas, and a whistle on the Owls. That's the second. A Merriam Knight in the quarter. Third personal on Corey O'Neill. So it'll be Elk ball baseline inbounds to the left of the backboard. Inbounds goes to Kalama to Carlisle. Carlisle hands it off to Lyons. Lyons for 3. No. Rebound goes to Venegas. Hand it off to Carlisle. Carlisle puts on the floor, palmed the ball, but no whistle there. He'll throw it over to Lyons. Lyons for 3. No. Rebound goes to Kalama. No, it's Venegas. I'm sorry. Now Kalama has it. One hands it down off the hands. And they're going to give it to Lake Quinault off the deflection by Merriam Knight. Lyons inbounds it to Carlisle. Catch and shoot for 3. No. Rebound. Stolen away by Jimenez. And here come the Owls the other way. Jimenez, top of the key, throws it over to Willie. Willie down to the baseline, stolen away by Lyons. And here comes Kalama for Lake Quinault. One hands it, high post feed goes to Venegas. He'll lob it to the baseline, and that was Carlisle. He'll dribble off the baseline. One hands it, high post feed, try to split a rebound, and try to split a double team. Ends up walking, and it's Owl ball. 5:55 to go here in the third. 31-22. Merriam Knight on top. The Owls have the ball. Jimenez with it in backcourt. Throws it all the way up to Deerkop. Deerkop stops on the box. Nice cross over move. Lost the ball. Drew the foul. 2 shots for Nick Deerkop. Get 6 points this evening. First trip to the line for him. And Carlisle has picked up his... No, that wouldn't go on Carlisle. It went on Erdman. That's his second. I have 2 on him. The board has 1. Deerkop missed the first one. He'll get another one. 5:45 to go here in the third quarter. 31-22. Merriam Knight on top. And the Owls, Nick Deerkop, short on the second free throw. Rebound. Handled by Lyons. Here he comes the other way for Lake Quinault. Drives to the box. Lob it out to Kalama, to Carlisle. Fakes the 3, drives side of the paint, stops. Turns around, finds Lyons. Lyons over to Kalama. Kalama one hands it down to Venegas. Venegas out to Lyons. Drawing double teams, and Venegas will take a 3. That was Kalama with the 3, missed it. Rebound goes to O'Neill. And he'll lob it down to Deerkop. Deerkop off the glass and in. 33-22, 11-point lead for Merriam Knight. Here comes Lake Quinault right back. No look pass to Venegas on the foul line. Drives around the triple team. Blew the layup. And here comes Jimenez. Jimenez knocked out of bounds by, I think it was by Carlisle. Inbounds from the sidelines to O'Neill. Over to Willie. Willie for 3 in the corner. No. Rebound, pulled down by Erdman. Outlet to Carlisle. Here come the Elks on the run. Nice pass to Venegas. He'll put it up and in. 4:35 to go here in the third. 33-24. Merriam Knight on top with the ball. Here is Corey O'Neill. Lob it to Jimenez. Juan Jimenez. Back to O'Neill. Now it's over to Jimenez. 15 on the shot clock. Over goes to O'Neal. O'Neal drives to the baseline. Lob it to Ed Zero off the glass. Missed it. Had his own rebound. Can't come up with it. Lines comes over for Lake Quinault. He'll find Kalama. Throw it up to Carlisle. Carlisle lost the ball. Jimenez with a pick. Behind the back pass to Willie, but not a wise idea as turnovers are going back and forth now. No sloppy play on both sides. Austin Thompson steps onto the court for Merriam Knight, replacing Corey O'Neill. It is Elk ball as Kobe Kalama has it in backcourt. Dribbles over to the left, lob it to Carlisle. 3 on the way from the corner, nothing but net. Give him 6 points, his first 3 of the ball game. 3:40 to go in the third. 33-27. At 0 to Deerkop. His long 2 falls off. Rebound pulled down by Kalama. Here he comes the other way. Throw it over to Carlisle. Carlisle. Cross court to Lines. Lines inside the 3-point arc looking for Erdman. Bounce it down to Erdman. Double teamed on the box. Forces up a shot. Missed it. Got his own rebound. Put it back up and in. It's now a 4-point lead for Merriam Knight. 33-29. Pass up court from Thompson to Deerkop, and there's a foul on Lake Quinault. Went on Santos. That's his fourth. Second team foul. Santos will go get a rest as, let's see who checked in there. That was Madragan in, and there's a timeout called by Merriam Knight. We'll keep it right here. The Elks have battled their way back into this ball game, being down by 11 points at half, and they pulled within 4, 33-29 with 3:08 to go here in the third. Still got a lot of basketball to play here. But whatever they're doing, their 2-3 zone has been some trouble for the Owls to figure out. Now we're just waiting for the teams to break their huddles and out of timeout. It's Owl ball coming out of the timeout. Sideline inbounds right between the scorer's table and the end of their bench. Jimenez will trigger the play. He'll throw it into Thompson at midcourt. Back to Jimenez, working on the far side, looking low for Deerkop. One dribble, throws it up top to Willie. Over it goes to Thompson. Thompson to at 0. Steps, puts up a shot off the glass. Oh, it stopped right there on the edge and popped out. Rebound pulled down by Lines. Here comes Lake Quinault. Lines attacks and loses the ball a couple of times. Gets it back a couple of times. Forces up a shot, missed it. Rebound goes to Peters, who's in the ball game, and a jump ball is called. It stays with Lake Quinault. 2:40 to go in the third. 4-point lead for Merriam Knight. Elks have the ball. Lines will inbounds the play from the baseline. Throw it into Carlisle. 3 on the way. Rattled in, deep, popped out. Rebound goes to Willie. Got it popped out of his hands, and he went and tracked it down, and here he comes. The 4-point lead. 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 33-29. Owls on top with the ball. Deerkop pass down low, missed it, and Deerkop's going to be called with his fourth personal foul. A little sloppy play here in the quarter for the Owls. They have 4 turnovers in the quarter, 11 for the game. Corey O'Neill steps back onto the court. Nick Deerkop sits down. Coach Diggle's having a nice little conversation with one of the referees. Scubby Kalama with the ball for Lake Quinault. Trying to cut into this 4-point lead. They've mounted a comeback here in the third quarter. Bounce it over to Lines. Lines double teamed. And ends up traveling with the ball. I'm going to call a jump ball on that one. And that goes to the Owls. That worked out better for either way for the Owls. It's 2:05 to go in the third. 4-point lead for Merriam Knight. 33-29. Austin Thompson with the ball. Shy midcourt. Throws it over to Juan Jimenez. trying to dribble around to the center court. Throws it to Corey O'Neill to run the play. Throws it over the corner to Thompson. Pull-up jumper, wide open. Air ball. Willie with a rebound. He is just hacked and fouled. So Kyle Willie to the line for 2 free throws. He has 11 points tonight, and he is 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 1:42 to go in the third. 33-29 is our score. Personal foul went to Dalton Lyons for Lake Quinault. That's his first. Willie's first free throw off the back of the iron. He'll get another one. Second free throw for Willie. That one missed, and rebound goes to the Dragon. And a steal of the ball and backcourt by Jimenez. He'll throw it to O'Neill. Now at 0. And he's fouled on the dribble. And personal foul went on Austin Peters. That's his second. 4th team foul on the Elks. Baseline inbounds. Willie will trigger the play from the right of the backboard. Lob it up to O'Neill between the circles. Puts it on the floor. And he traveled. Dozen turnovers in the ballgame for the Owls. That's 5 in the quarter. Elk ball. Kalama with it. Minute 20 to go in the third. That's Garcia back in there, finds the Dragon, and he'll put it up and in. 7 points for Lewis tonight. It's a 2-point lead for Merriam Knight. Willie throws over to Jimenez. Jimenez drives baseline, pull-up jumper, no. Rebound, O'Neill, one dribble. Reverse layup goes in for Corey O'Neill. Give him 6 points tonight. 53 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Up pass is picked off by Jimenez. Jimenez with the ball for Merriam Knight. To Willie. Gets a ball back. Working at the elbow beyond the three-point arc. Back to Willie. Willie to Thompson. Thompson drives baseline. Pull-up jumper on the box. Missed it. Rebound goes to Lyons. Lyons speeds up the near sideline. Knocked out of bounds in front of us by Austin Thompson. Carlisle steps on to the court. And Dylan Lyons will step on for the first time tonight. It is Elk ball. Dalton Lyons will inbounds it. In front of us, below us. Goes into Carlisle. 30 seconds to go in the half, or in the quarter, I should say. 4-point lead for Merriam Knight. Goes over to Lyons. Over to Dalton Lyons for 3. No. Rebound. At 0 comes up with it. Finds Thompson. Thompson up court it goes. Nice tap pass to Jimenez. Goes to the bucket. Oh, it popped out. And a whistle under the back. And I think that's going to go on Willie with 6.3 seconds to go in the third. Kyle Willie picked up his second. 4th team foul on the Owls. 6.3 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 35 for Merriam Knight, 31 for Lake Quinault. Elks have the ball. Carlisle has it with 6 seconds. And he's going to turn on the Jets to the midcourt. And a whistle. Oh, and an offensive foul called on Austin Peters, a moving screen. That's his third. And then it'll get back to the Owls with the 1.9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Corey O'Neill will inbounds it. And he'll lob it to Jimenez. He'll do an alley-oop. Can't get it in there, but he taps it to at 0. Can't put it in as well. And we're through 3 quarters. Merriam Knight on top, 35-31. What a comeback by the Elks in the quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on MasonWebTV.com.
Attention singers, musicians, and all types of bands. Would you like to get some exposure? Not that type of exposure.
Get out.
Wrong again. How would you like to have your music featured on Mason Web TV? We play music before our webcasts and also at halftime of our sporting events. All you have to do is send an MP3 of your original music to music@masonwebtv.com and we'll add it to our programming. The Bieber did it via the internet. Why can't you? That's music@masonwebtv.com.
This webcast is being brought to you by Lusignan Forestry Incorporated, a proud supporter of Mary M. Knight Athletics.
And we're back for the final 8 minutes of this ball game. 35 for Mary M. Knight, 31 for Lake Quinault. The Elks were down by a score 29-18 at half and have battled back into this ball game and have closed to as close as 2 points. Now they trail by 4, 35-31. And they'll start out with the ball to start the fourth quarter. Kalama with it. Bounce it to Venegas. Back out to Kalama. Tap it over to Carlisle. 3 on the way. It's there. No. Over the top is Lines. Finds Kalama. Over to Venegas in the paint. Out to Carlisle. 3 on the way again. That's an air ball. And Corey O'Neill catches it. And here come the Owls. Quickly up the other way. At 0 had to save it. Inbounds to Jimenez. Jump stops. Lobs it up. A prayer pass picked off by Carlisle. And here he comes the other way. Turn around. Throws a pass and it goes right to Corey O'Neill. He'll throw it up and it's picked off by Mondragon, who threw it to Carlisle and saves it inbounds to Venegas. Venegas almost had it stolen away. He'll take the 3. Oh boy! I can't believe that went in. That's a 3 ball. And it's a 1-point lead for Mary M. Knight. Willie drives baseline. Throws up a shot. Missed it. It's poked out. And Carlisle comes up with it. He's going to go to the hole, but he loses it going out of bounds. Oh, we can't believe that. I can't believe anything that's happened in the last 15 seconds. Owls have the lead by 1, 35-34, 6:40 to go in the ball game. Thompson with it, throws it over to Willie. Willie to the corner and O'Neill. O'Neill across court to Thompson. Thompson up top to Jimenez. Oh, and the pass is deflected and stolen away by the Elks. Here comes Kalama with it. Chance to take the lead here on this possession. Behind the back dribble, going to the left. Finds Venegas, forces up a shot. It popped out. Rebound goes to O'Neill. And he'll pull down and bring it up himself. Top of the key. Throws it over to Jimenez. A full timeout called by Coach Diggle. Oh, what a change of events. 1-point ball game. Yeah, I didn't know we were going to be in for this one. 35-31, or 35-34, 6:10 to go in the ball game. We'll take a timeout and we'll be back here on MasonWebTV.com. Hold on, folks.
MasonWebTV.com is the place you will find live video coverage of high school basketball featuring Mary M. Knight, North Mason, and Shelton. Log on and enjoy as Diedrich Allen brings you a game a week.
Willie, baseline jumper over Farrell, rattled it in.
Our next webcast is Wednesday when the North Mason boys host Bremerton, one of the top teams in the Olympic League. Tip-off is 7 p.m. That's a high school basketball game of the week, every week on MasonWebTV.com.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
6:10 to go in the ball game. 35 for Mary M. Knight, 34 for Lake Quinault. Owls have the ball. Inbounds. So that's Cody Thompson, but that doesn't look like it. Blake at 0 lost the ball. And coming up with it is Cody Kalama. His pass up to Carlisle is knocked out of bounds. Now I see number 10 is on there, and my roster has him as Cody Thompson, but he looks suspiciously like Adam Pays. I believe it's Adam Pays. Sideline inbounds. Kalama gets it into Carlisle. Gets it back down to Venegas. Venegas attacks the basket. Puts one up, misses it. Rebound. Pays comes up with it. And now hand it off to Austin Thompson. And another timeout called. What do we have here? Referee's gone over to talk to the coaching staff of Lake Quinault. We have a break in the action. 5:40 to go in the ball game. 35-34. Merriam Knight on top. Owls have the ball. It'll be Owl ball, far sideline, front court inbounds. Willie will trigger the play. Inbounds goes to O'Neal. Back to Willie. Over to Thompson. Thompson, off of his knee, is going to be backcourt violation. If he goes and gets it, that's a backcourt violation. Boy, self-destruction here in the second half for the Owls. This is their 15th turnover of the ball game. It says 8 in the second half. Dylan Lyons inbounds it to Carlisle. Carlisle one-hands it to Venegas. High post feed. Out it goes to Kalama. Finds Venegas. Blew the layup. Rebound Erdman. He can't put it in. And Thompson comes up with a rebound for the Owls. Here comes Willie the other way up the far sideline. Center of the court now. Throws it back to Thompson. Thompson, three-point arc. On the way. No. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds. It should be Merriam Knight ball. Oh, they're going to give it to Lake Quinault. 5:05 to go in the ball game. 35-34. Owls lead by 1. Elks with the ball. That's Cody Kalama. Throws it down low to Erdman. Erdman, nice footwork, puts it up and in. Popped out, but drew the foul. 2 shots coming for Chris Erdman. He's 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Has 4 points tonight. I just noticed something. We played over 3 minutes here in the fourth quarter. The Owls have yet to score. Dylan DeWeese is going to check into the ball game for Mary M. Knight. Blake at 0 was called with his 4th personal. That's why DeWeese is in there for the first time tonight. He's got some bulk and some size. 6'2". Erdman's first free throw goes in. Kind of flipped it up there. Interesting. It's a tight ball game. 35 all. Another free throw on the way for Chris Erdman. Can give the Elks their first lead. And he does. 36-35. Lake Quinault on top. Merriam Knight with the ball. Comes Austin Thompson to Willie. Over it goes to O'Neal. Down to the baseline to Pays. The ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll be Owl ball. Some of the younger guys who played last night put into action tonight for Merriam Knight out of necessity. Willie will trigger the play. Inbounds goes to Thompson. To Willie. Willie for 3 in the corner. No. That goes over the backboard out of bounds. And that is Elk ball with a 1-point lead. Cody Kalama with the ball. Gets a screen at the top from Lyons. Shuffles over to the near side. Down it goes to Erdman. Erdman turnaround of the box. Fadeaway knocked out of bounds on the rebound. That goes to Merriam Knight. Now they're going to call it on. Oh, come on, guys. That should not be a blue ball. I don't care what you're saying. It was clear to me it was knocked out of bounds by a blue jersey. Guy with his back, a bunch of jerseys in his way, decides to change the call. So it's Elk ball. Inbounds to Kalama. Back to Lyons. Lyons took steps. No whistle. Puts it up. Popped out. Rebound goes to Erdman. Erdman, his layup can't fall in. And another rebound by Lyons. It goes up and in. And the foul, as DeWeese had it for a brief second, and it was ripped away. And I believe DeWeese just got called with a foul, I would believe. as the starters are back on the court for Merriam Knight. And Zero's back in there. Jimenez is back in there. Deerkop is back in there. So good time on the court. Needed minutes. They didn't have any foul. They haven't put anything on the board. I'm going to put that personal foul to Dylan DeWeese of Merriam Knight, and Dalton Lyons can put the Elks up 39-35 with 4:08 to go in the ball game. Deerkop with it. Finds Ed Zero. He is just mugged going to the hoop. Blake Ed Zero to the line for 2 free throws. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He has 6 points. The Owls have yet to score, and they've played almost 4 minutes here. Not what Coach Diggle wants to see out of this at all. Blake Ed Zero at the line for 2 free throws. Got the first one. First point of the ball game. Or first point of the fourth quarter for the Owls. And it comes to 4:02 mark. Richie Carlisle back in the ballgame for Lake Quinault, replacing Dylan Lyons. Second free throw from Ed Zero. That one goes in. Give him 8 points tonight. The lead is now 2 for Lake Quinault, 39-37. Kalama with it, top of the key. Throws it over to Carlisle. Back to Kalama. Top of the key for 3. Short. Rebound. Ed Zero had it, lost it, but it goes to Deerkop. Handed off to Thompson. And here come the Owls. Up the far side is Thompson. Thompson over to Willie. Willie to the baseline. Lost it off of his foot. Out of bounds. Oh, no. 16th turnover in the ballgame for the Owls. 9 in the second half. 3:40 to go. Lake Quinault up 2. 39-37. They have the ball. Dalton Lyons will inbounds it, throws it into Carlisle. Gives it right back to Carlisle. Still in backcourt. Over to Dalton. Picked off by Willie. Willie, 2-on-1. Goes to the hole himself. Missed it short. Rebound. Lost off of the hands of Deerkop. They're going to give that one to Merriam Knight. I'm not down there, folks, and I don't want to be down there. Don't want to be wearing any striped shirt in any situation ever. It's an Owl ball under their backboard. Left of the backboard, actually. Jimenez trickles to play. In it goes to Thompson. Up to Willie. Back to Thompson. Looking low. Then to Willie. Willie drives to the three-point arc. His pass is deflected and stolen away. Kalama with the pick. Here he comes off to the other side. Lob it over to Lyons. Lyons looking the court over. Down it goes to Erdman. Erdman 1-on-1 on Deerkop. Out it goes to Lyons. Lyons for 3. No. Air ball. Willie with the rebound. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. 2-point lead for Lake Quinault. Merriam Knight with the ball. Thompson to the corner to Deerkop. Up top it goes to Willie. Over goes to Jimenez. Jimenez looking low for Ed Zero. Dribbles out. Fakes the pass in the corner. Hands it off to Willie. Willie working between the circles. Back to Jimenez. Thought about a 3 for a minute. Not his game. Up top it goes to Thompson. Over goes the opposite side to Willie. Willie looks it over to Deerkop in the corner. On the 3-point arc. It goes short over the backboard. And Lyons with the rebound. Here he comes pushing the issue. Loses the ball but gets it right back. Lost it again. Willie with a pick. Kyle Willie going to the hole. Puts it up. Mugged and fouled. Almost hit the reporter under the backboard. 2 shots coming as Kalama's going to be picking up his second personal by my count. Kyle Willie at the line for 2 free throws. He's 1 for 4 tonight. Has 11 points. 2:19 to go in the ball game. 39 for Lake Quinault, 37 for Merriam Knight. The Owls' Kyle Willie at the line for the first of 2 free throws. Got the first one. They'll get another one. It's a 1-point lead for Lake Quinault. Second one is short, but rolled in. Tie ball game, 39-all. 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the ball game. Lyons with it. Throws it over to Kalama. Kalama crosses midcourt. Top of the key with the dribble. Bounce a high post feed to Venegas. Venegas drives side of the paint to the hoop. It rolled in! (41-39). Lake Quinault on top. Merriam Knight with the ball. Jimenez, double team. Throws it right to Lyons. Another turnover, untimely yet again. 2-point lead for Lake Quinault. Lions top of the key. High post feed to Venegas. Venegas double teamed on the foul line. Throws it over to Kalama. Kalama back to Venegas. Venegas went to his tippy toes. I don't think he actually left his feet, but the ref said he did. That's another turnover. Two teams battling it out. Corey O'Neill returns. Juan Jimenez gets a good rest. Well-deserved rest. 1:39 to go in the ball game. 41 for Lake Quinault. 39, Merriam Knight. Owls with the ball. Willie with it, far side, down to the baseline. Bounces to at zero, knocked away and stolen away. Another turnover. Ball's free. It's still poking free at midcourt. Coming up with his Lions. Lions is going to be caught a foul. No, it's a timeout by, a technical foul on somebody. I don't know what's going on here. Timeout was called. One referee's teed up somebody. Let's see if we can listen in. Are they going to wave off that timeout? Timeout by the coach for Lake Quinault. They're not going to give a technical, although one referee did tee up somebody. I thought he was teeing up Corey O'Neill. We'll step aside. We'll figure this all out. 1:22 to go in the ball game. 41 Lake Quinault, 39 Merriam Knight. It's a battle, folks. Stick around.
Remember adventure? We do. The adventure begins at ExploreHoodCanal.com.
And we're back. 1:22 to go in the ball game. 41-39. Lake Quinault leads by 2. And we do have a technical foul here. No, we don't have a technical. Yes, we do have a technical foul. Blake at zero is going to be shooting 2 free throws for a technical foul. So I'm not really sure exactly what was going on. It was a technical foul, I think, because the coach got onto the court to call the timeout, and he's not allowed to do that. So at zero, hits the first technical. He'll get another one. Put it up. There you go. It's 40-39. They'll do it. At zero, get another technical free throw, and he got it in there. Now it is a tie ball game at 41. One more. They're not putting up the other score. There should be another one. It's a tied ball game. Yeah, well, they're not gonna post it now. They did finally post it. 41 all. Owls with the ball in a tie ball game. Deerkop, his pass back to Thompson on the give and go went off of his knee out of bounds, so a turnover. The turnovers have been awful for the Owls here late in the ball game. In the second half, I should say. Elks have the ball. They have a tie ball game. Kalama with it to midcourt. Stop, trapped. Throws it to Lines. Lines to the three-point arc. Stepping back. Bounce it up to Kalama. Over to Carlisle. Carlisle fakes a three. Pull-up jumper. No, he'll put it to Venegas. He puts it up and in. Santos Venegas has had quite a second half. It's 43-41. Elks lead. Owls have the ball. 50 seconds to go. Willie with it. Throws it up top to O'Neill. O'Neill to the foul line. Runner blocked by Erdman. Hold down. Put it up to Carlisle. Carlisle alone to the hoop. Laid off the glass and in. And a timeout called by Coach Diggle. And it's a 4-point swing after the Owls got a gift on a technical foul to tie it back up. And the Elks have pulled up by 4, 45-41, 34, or 36.4 seconds to go in the ball game. Oh, boy. Take a timeout. We'll be back here on MasonWebTV.com.
Thank you for checking out MasonWebTV.com. MasonWebTV.com provides local information written by local people, giving you another source for news, sports, and weather in Mason County. MasonWebTV.com is committed and dedicated to Mason County, giving you just what you need to stay informed. We've made it as easy as possible to stay up to date with RSS feeds, and you can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. This is MasonWebTV.com. Check us out daily.
37.3 seconds to go here in the ball game. Lake Quinault Elks were down by 11 at half, battled back and now lead by 4 with just 37 seconds to go in the ball game. Owls are still in their huddle. They have the ball. They trail by 4. They have to go the length of the floor. Got lots of time. Thompson, O'Neill, Willie, Edzero, and Deerkop on the court for the Owls. O'Neill quickly jogs up the court, stops at the top of the key, had a 3 there for a moment, finds Deerkop under the bucket. Fadeaway hook doesn't fall, rebound pulled down by Lake Quinault. And Erdman comes up, gimpy on that one, and the Lions lost it off the foot of Willie out of bounds. 24.1 seconds to go in the ball game. 4-point lead for Lake Quinault. The Owls are not letting them inbounds it. Carlisle, that was a foul. A foul on the Owls. So let some of this plays, let this go here, guys. So, Richie Carlisle's at the line for first of a 1-and-1. He's 1 for 2 from the line tonight. 23 seconds to go here in the ball game. And a lane violation on the Elks, so we don't even get an attempt here. So the Owls get another shot at this. They're trailing by 4 points. And what do we have, another timeout? I'm still trying to figure out what's going on here. A timeout was called by somebody here. I think it was Lake Quinault. 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. 4-point lead for the Elks, 45-41. Owls have the ball. Elks had an opportunity to just ice the game by hitting a couple of free throws in a 1-on-1 situation, but somebody violated the lane, and there wasn't even a free throw attempt made. Owls get the ball, and they got 23 seconds to try and cut into this 4-point lead. Looked like at halftime the Owls were just going to cruise to victory, but the Elks said, no, 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 folks, we're here to play too. And the turnovers in the second half are the difference. Owls trail by 4. Corey O'Neill throws over to Willie. Just stolen away by Carlisle, and there's a whistle. 21 turnovers in the ball game. 14 in the second half on the Owls. So 1-and-1 for Richie Carlisle. Trying to ice this ball game with 16.3 seconds to go. 4-point lead. Make it 5. We'll get another one. .3 seconds and a 5-point lead now. Carlisle can pretty much ice it here by hitting another free throw. And he does. O'Neill quickly one-hands it up to Thompson, off the hands of Thompson, out of bounds. Fitting, I guess you could say. 22 turnovers in the ball game. 12.6 seconds to go. 6-point lead for Lake Quinault, and the 30-second timeout has been called. 12.6 seconds to go in the ball game. 47 for Lake Quinault, 41 for Mary M. Knight. We'll step aside. We'll be back shortly here on MasonWebTV.com.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy. Oh, and she even talks to it. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Quite a comeback by the Lake Quinault Elks. They were down 11 at half. battled back and now lead by 6 with 12.6 seconds to go in the ball game. 47-41. Lake Quinault has the ball and the lead. Owls are not giving up, but they put out, let's see here, I think that is Tim Diggle is on the court to do some fouling. And a 5 count on the line, so the Owls get the ball back. No time off the clock. They just need to bury a couple of threes in 12.6 seconds. Seen some things happen strangely in any ball game as Lewis Madragon is in the ball game for Lake Quinault. Inbounds to Thompson. Up it goes to Diggle. Over around the horn. 3 on the way by Willie in the corner. That rolled in. Oh, boy. 4 seconds. All they got to do is inbounds it, and that's it, folks. And a whistle as Deer Cup, I think, is going to be called with his 5th. And that'll be it for Nick tonight with 0.4 of a second to go. And Nick Deercup has fouled out of the ball game. A foul to Richie Carlisle. He's at the line for 1-and-1. .4 of a second to go in the ball game, and a full timeout has been called. We'll step aside. We'll take a full timeout with, nope, they can put 0.7 of a second on the clock. 47 for Lake Quinault, 44 for Mary M. Knight. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back.
MasonWebTV.com is the place you will find live video coverage of high school basketball featuring Mary M. Knight, North Mason, and Shelton. Log on and enjoy as Diedrich Allen brings you a game a week.
Willie, baseline jumper over Farrell, rattled it in.
Our next webcast is Wednesday when the North Mason boys host Bremerton, one of the top teams in the Olympic League. Tip-off is 7 p.m. That's a high school basketball game of the week, every week on MasonWebTV.com.
There's 0.7 of a second left in this ball game. 47 for Lake Quinault, 44 for Mary M. Knight. The Elks, Richie Carlisle at the line for the first of a 1-and-1. Owls have committed way too many turnovers in this ball game, especially the second half, to stay in it. Carlisle's first free throw, in and out. What was the horn about? I'm not sure what that was about, so we're going to do it again. Lewis Carlisle will get another free throw. So Lewis Carlisle will get another free throw on the first of a 1-and-1. Got it. That's pretty much it. No, there's going to get another one, guys. .44, 0.7 of a second. The Elks have vacated the key. You heard a do not foul yell. Carlisle's second free throw goes in. That should pretty much do it. Inbounds for Willie. Willie, 3/4 of the court. Doesn't come close to the backboard. And that is going to be the final score. Lake Quinault 49. Mary Knight 44. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with some halftime or the game statistics here as it's final again. Lake Quinault comes back in the second half to knock off Mary Knight in Matlock tonight. 49-44. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back.
I'll call it a sports complex building that was attached to the softball field. Fully involved when we got here.
You can sign that or not. I'm making the difference. That's what I think of it. Steve Bloomfield.
You solemnly swear?
You solemnly swear.
We are therefore unwilling to comply with the board's October 31st, 2011 request to submit 8.5% budget cuts.
The reality is, when I took office 12 years ago almost, I took an oath of office to uphold the laws of the state of Washington and the United States.
It's our belief when the heat on the porch got significant enough, it just broke that glass, blew the door out. And when the door when the glass broke out, it essentially sucked the fire into the house.
Rebound pulled down by Paget for Shelton. He'll get it to Fisher. 20 seconds to go. And Fisher lost it. Sandquist comes up with a miss the layup. The rebound is tapped up to the top of the key, and Bielik at a three-pointer!
Two receivers on the near side. In the shotgun goes Green. Comes the blitz. Green will just pull it down and run with it straight up the middle. Get out to the outside. He's going to go again all the way for the score. One guy to beat. Can Deercott get him in the goal line? Not quite. Touchdown, Red Devils.
Pitch on the way to Brown. There's a swing and a drive deep to center field. It's going. It's gone. It's a home run. It's a grand slam home run for Marissa Brown and the Bulldogs.
The 2011 Grand Marshal of the 4th Festival Parade, John Tarrant, the Mayor of Shelton.
To those who have and will continue to serve and protect us, especially to those here present, a profound thank you.
Again, it's a final here in Matlock. Lake Quinault Elks knock off the Merriam Knight Owls 49-44. They did it by forcing the Owls into a total of 22 turnovers in the ball game, 15 in the second half. That was the difference that allowed them to get back in the ball game after trailing by 11 points at half. They were led in scoring by Santos Venegas with 16 points. Richie Carlisle came off the bench with 12. 7 apiece for Lewis Madragan and Dalton Lines. 4 for Chris Erdman, and a point for Christian Garcia. For the Owls in the loss, they were led by Kyle Willey, 16 points, 10 for Blake Adzero, 8 for Nick Deerkop, 6 for Corey O'Neill, 3 for Austin Thompson, and a point for Juan Jimenez. The Owls dropped to 6-6 on the season. The Elks improved to 4-7. Our next webcast here on MasonWebTV.com is Wednesday night when we head up to Belfair and the North Mason Bulldogs, the boys basketball team, hosting Bremerton. And that will be Wednesday night here on MasonWebTV.com. 7 o'clock tip-off. And again, the final here, Merriam Knight falls to Lake Quinault, 49-44. Thanks for joining us. Earlier tonight, if you missed it, the Merriam Knight girls knocked off the Lady Elks by a score of 47-39. Thanks for tuning us in, and be sure to check us out daily here on MasonWebTV.com.